So, we all know that Joe Rogan is no intellectual match for Michio Kaku, right? They're no match. The guy is a genius. He's smarter than Elon Musk, and that says a lot because Elon Musk is the richest person in the world, right? But when they start talking about bears, that's the one thing where Joe Rogan's up. When they start talking about bears in the forest and fear and death, oh, Joe Rogan gets up there. They are in Joe Rogan's dojo in this little tidbit of the conversation. But before we get into that, of course, I got to show you our sponsors. I am Coach Colin, sold not for sale. We got the hoodies, we got the shirts, we got the t-shirts, we got the women's t-shirts, we got the mugs. We got 10% off for everybody who watches the video until the end because you are the Ride or Die fans. And I appreciate it so much. Every single purchase, you know what it does? It helps us fight. It helps us so I can bring up topics like big pharma, so I can talk about the government, and I don't have to be fearful of my videos getting demonetized or them saying that my videos being limited to no revenue, which I don't even know why they call it limited. They're just taking away all the money, and that's what they do. But every purchase helps us fight that, and every single person who has purchased anything, thank you so much. You have no idea how much it's appreciated. Now let's get into the clip.
Right to your door.
Well, when we meet the aliens, finally, they will have already gone through that transition thousands of years ago. They will already be part robotic and part organic.
Do you think there's a sweet spot for a human being to be ultimately happy? Do you think there's a thing, a longing for nostalgia that people have, right? They want to be in a log cabin by the river and, look out and camp out under the stars. Do you think that is a nostalgia for the days when things are simpler because things are just never ending with their complexity and the path is just accelerating no matter what you do and you feel helpless? So you just want to pretend you're in the old-timey days.
Well, in the future, you'll be able to snap your finger and all of a sudden, holographically, you are in that world that you just dreamt of.
But you know what the difference is?
What's the difference?
There's no consequences. One of the things about being in nature is there's consequences. Like you feel it when you're out there. You feel if you fell, no one's there to help you. If a bear comes upon you, there's no rescue team. There's a crazy video of this couple. Have you seen the video of that couple where the guy's got a baby on his back and he's walking with a little boy, and there's a huge grizzly bear walking towards them, and they're going, hey bear, stop. And you could feel the tension as this bear starts getting closer, and the little boy is hilarious. The little boy goes, can I play dead now? Can I play dead now? Because he's thinking he should play dead. And they're like, come on, keep walking. And they're trying to scare off this bear, but the bear just keeps coming towards them. That is not going to exist in your hologram.
Well, it'll be virtual.
No, but it won't, because you won't be really scared. Like watch this. Yeah, that's it. So look at this bear. It's a huge bear.
Hey!
So this little boy is so funny.
Guys, go up there.
It's in Whistler, Canada, a town north of Vancouver. Do not run. Can we play dead yet? Can we play dead now? That kid is hilarious. Look at that bear.
Following us.
Following us up the trail.
Look, she's got a baby. He's got a baby. I mean, these people are nature people.
Yeah. Well,
But that experience in a hologram is going to be bullshit.
yeah, you'll know that it's fake.
Yes, that's the problem. The problem, what we enjoy about the real world now is that the unknown, the consequences, reality. I've seen this one too. Look at this bear walk by these guys. I mean, what? And the bear just, not looking for them.
Well, the
Just hanging
bear
out.
had lunch already.
Probably, luckily for them. Look
Whoa,
at the
coming
size
back.
of that thing. Yeah, not good.
Not
Not good.
Hey, bear.
Well, they're lucky to be alive after this video.
100%. See, that's different than a hologram. That's why people like the woods. You're not going to be able to snap your fingers and do that. You could maybe do that because you could trick yourself, but then you're really giving into the matrix.
But if I had a choice between an imaginary bear and a real bear, I would take the imaginary bear any time of day.
But would you
I
take the
can
real bear if
dispense-
you survived it? If you survived it, I bet you would take the real bear.
But you see, if you survived it, then that takes all the tension away.
No, it doesn't take the tension away because you almost didn't survive it. There's a thing about being out there. While those gentlemen were standing there and that bear was 15 feet from them, maybe even closer, look at this one. See, now this is a relatively safe thing to do, believe it or not, because where this bear is where the Salmon River runs, and these bears are full. The reason why those coastal bears are so big in comparison to grizzly bears that are inland is because their access to food. They have so much salmon. So it's very rare that these bears attack people. Very rare. For the most part, they don't think of human beings as food at all. They just think of you as like another animal just hanging around. They're not interested in chasing something and killing it.
Well, they
and
had
wasting
lunch
all their
already.
energy.
That's why.
They've had lunch all day, every day. I mean, they're just slaughtering salmon. They're having a great old time. But that fear is a real fear, and you get enriched by that in some strange way. When you encounter nature, like real nature, the reality of your vulnerability, the uncaring wilderness, it does not care if you live or die. It has no interest in you. It doesn't even care that you exist. You could disappear, everything would go on exactly the same. There's something about that that's very, very therapeutic for people. And I don't think you're going to ever be able to recreate that. And it'd be a shame if we lose that.
Well, I think it's therapeutic for some people. I think most people would just get the hell out of there.
That's you, right? That's the difference between you and me. I want to go there.
I'd rather have my realities without bears. Or if they
Yeah.
are bears, imaginary bears would be fine.
I mean, bears are definitely an issue. So are mountain lions. But there's also things that are
Well, look at
gorgeous.
Jurassic Park. I mean, people are afraid of dinosaurs, knowing that they're just images in a computer. But people are afraid of dinosaurs, and they get the thrill of being chased by a dinosaur without becoming one, without
Yeah.
becoming prey.
Not really, though. If you watch Jurassic Park, it all goes bad. Do you think that, have you paid any attention to what they're doing right now with genetics, where they're going to bring back the thylacine? This is a project they're doing right now in Australia.
So that's where that part ends, where they stop talking about that. But that's an interesting thing to talk about. And also is amazing that Joe Rogan is... You wouldn't think in this episode that Joe Rogan would be able to look at him and go, no, and like correct him on anything. So it was really funny to see. And of course it's about bears in the forest and dying potentially that Joe Rogan trumps him in. But it's so true when it comes to this whole AI, this future thing that's going on, VR, all this stuff. It's like a lot of it's going to be fake. And are people going to want the real thing? Like I notice myself in the smallest way I can compare it. I've brought this up before. When I'm in a grocery store and I see self-checkout, I ignore it. And I look for the one teenage person that's doing the cash register, the old lady, whoever it is. And I opt out to go there and say, hey, how you doing? And how's it going? And have that little back and forth because I want that. That's real. That whole self-checkout thing, it's not real to me, I don't know. It's really weird. Like, how deep does it go? How deep are we all going to go? And it also makes me think about the fact of, are we... How deep will that whole thing go of like VR and being in that holographic world like he brings up? That you'll just be able to snap and be in this world where you're just like, like you're under the stars and all that stuff. Like how, like when you see a bear, to have it be a fake imaginary bear, there'll probably be some people that are like, no, I want the bear to interact with me. No, I want to have to run away from the bear. Then there's going to be people like, I want the bear to be able to bite me, to swipe me, scratch. I get a scratch. I want to feel it. Like, there'd be those type of people. Like, you ever seen the movie Total Recall? Where it was like Arnold wanted to experience everything. He wanted to get choked out. He wanted the person to try and kill him. He wanted to be in the car crashes and have all that stuff happen. He wanted to suffocate at the end when he gets out into the oxygenless Mars. For all the younger people who haven't seen Total Recall, what can I do? But he wanted all of that. He wanted it to be as real as possible. And is that what we're going to end up like? It's like you're in an escape room. These new things, escape rooms. People want it to, I want to feel like I'm stuck in here. I really want to feel like I'm stuck in here. You're playing a video game. I really want to feel like I'm shooting the guy. I really want to feel. I want to feel the tension. I don't know. It's just such a weird thing to think about, you know. And then also, what Joe Rogan brought up, it's like we're gonna lose all that real stuff, and I think that real stuff is important. I think pressure is important. You know, like I'm a high performance coach. I coach people in habit formation and helping them change their lives. And I always notice with people, like the most growth that anybody goes to or goes through is when they have pressure, when the things that are bad in life are mounting up on them and they push through those bad things. That's what creates resilience. You know, that's why, you know, barring certain men who went through horrible experiences and were like traumatized, but that's why men who went to war, who came back, they're so revered because they went through something that builds a tremendous amount of resilience. Tremendous. You see somebody with a big scar on on their chest, you're like, that guy went through something and he stood up from it. You know, people here like me, myself, I've been addicted to drugs. Like I've lost 200 pounds in my life. I used to be a tremendously fat person. You hear that and you're like, that guy's been through something. Like he got over a big mountain that most people don't get through. And you need that. You need that pressure. You can't have everything be this imaginary world where everything's soft and plush and you can bounce off everything. It's not real. I love this episode. I mean, you know, I know most people are like, hey, where's the news and this and that and the current thing? And it's like, bro. Anytime I can sit and talk about this type of stuff, I'm all in. I love this type of stuff. Like this is the type of podcast that I grew up on. I mean, I used to listen to podcasts about remote viewing and, you know, the CIA working with psychics and all sorts of stuff. Area 51, Bohemian Grove. Like I love this type of stuff. This out there type of stuff, man. So, sorry if you're looking for the news. It's coming. Don't worry. I'm working on some things, but I just wanted to get that out. And I'm going to have some more clips because I'm only halfway through this podcast. If you want to see the real thing, the whole thing on Spotify, I'm at 1 hour and 5 minutes, 0 seconds. You listen from there, you'll hear everything that I just listened to and more because they keep on going. It's a great podcast. It's episode 1980. And other than that, I'm out.